So, in case you forgot, I already made a video about the exact same thing, but it was also different. I ran out of time to finish the video, so this is when we finish it and we go over the things that I didn't have time to go over. So, if you didn't see part 1, you should probably watch it because I say some pretty important things and I give some pretty important background information. And similarly to the last video, there's 3 symptoms that all of these conditions have, which is lethargy, a lack of appetite, and not basking. I'm not going to repeat myself over and over and over again, so just keep that in mind. Those are 3 symptoms that all of these issues have. Also, I said this before, I'll say it again. If you think that your lizard is sick with any of these things, you want to just make a vet appointment. I'm just going to get straight into it. You don't need a 10-minute intro from me. First health problem of this video, yellow fungus. A very common and contagious type of fungus that infects your lizard's skin. Now the good news about this condition is that you can really only get it from other bearded dragons. If your lizard lives alone, which is recommended, you don't have to worry about this. I forgot to talk about this earlier, so I'm just going to do it now. Welcome to Professor Daddy's top reasons why you shouldn't house 2 bearded dragons together. First off, bearded dragons live in the desert. They don't see each other in the wild often, so they're not used to it. A lot of the times, one bearded dragon will end up eating more of the other's food. And then they'll start fighting, and then they'll get stressed, and it's just a whole kerfuffle you don't want to be in. Bearded dragons that have roommates are way more susceptible to getting diseases, especially if they have multiple. That is a terrible idea. Please don't put multiple lizards in the same cage. Anyway, yeah, let's get back to talking about fungus. So I'll tell you the symptoms to watch out for. Now, it's called yellow fungus for a reason. You'll likely be able to tell by looking at your lizard's scales. If there's yellow stuff caked on them, then that's probably a sign. They'll also be constantly shedding. And I don't just mean like shedding often. My lizard sheds often. I mean like constantly. Along here, like on your lizard's thighs, you'll notice, you can't really see hers very well right now, but there's little dots and they're yellowish. I was so convinced that was the fungus. It's not. They're called femoral pores. They all have them. Especially males. Males' femoral pores are like huge. So don't worry about the dots on their thighs. They're normal. But literally, this is so preventable. Just don't have other lizards in the cage and make sure that the cage isn't dirty. Don't let your cage get so dirty that it's literally growing mushrooms. Okay, next issue, respiratory infections. When a bacteria or virus gets in your lizard's lungs. Now, we're all familiar with this kind of subject in the human world. I mean, there was only a bit of an event a couple of years ago. So what's it like for a bearded dragon to get one? Just like how you have stuff coming out of your eyes and nose and mouth when you're sick, bearded dragons will too. So if you notice there's discharge or bubbles coming out of your lizard's face holes, you should probably take him to a vet. If your lizard is breathing out of its mouth, it's another sign that they're sick with something. But first, quick PSA about the mouth breathing thing. This shouldn't be confused with regular gaping. Just like how dogs pant, bearded dragons will open their mouths as a means of not overheating. So it's very normal for them to open their mouths when they're sunbathing. If they're gaping excessively, then yeah, you can be worried. Also, if you haven't noticed, there's been a trend where if your lizard's cage is really nasty, they're gonna get sick, and this falls under that category. So these problems should never happen to you because I already told you how to clean the cage. Okay, next topic, mouth rot. When your lizard has bacteria in their mouth. Now, humans are cooler because our teeth aren't connected to our jaws or anything, so they can just squeeze on out if they really want to. Bearded dragons and some other types of lizards don't have such a luxury. A bearded dragon's teeth is literally connected to their jaw, so that means that their gums are very thin. And because of that, they're more susceptible to getting damaged. But hey, good news! The only thing that you need to do to prevent this issue is feed them the right food, which you know how to do because you are on this channel. Oh, and then don't let their face get damaged, but you know, sometimes that's out of their control. These are very dumb animals. Don't look at me like that, look at you! Anyway, the signs of mouth rot aren't anything cryptic. Okay, so this is a photo of my lizard's mouth. Notice how her gums are yellow and not red? And notice how they look normal and not totally swollen? So that's good, that's what we're looking for. Here's some more footage about what a mouth should look like. Notice how there's not strange mucus coming out. Obviously, I didn't cover every single sickness they can have, but those are all the most popular ones, basically. Alright, kids, well, that was the video. Hopefully you learned something. She's trying to eat it. Making lizard SFX makeup. Oops. This is flour, water, and food coloring. Bro, it worked, my stick lizard cosplay.